Okay, what I've got going on here today, I'd already put up a few. I'm always umming. I hate hearing myself say It's not really like I got to think about what I'm going to say. I already have it at the tip of my tongue anyway, so. I got a bunch of moon shit going on still. Um, um, um. This one here, I have a piece of laminate, you can see on top of it, clear plastic, I should say. And I have on top of the moon slipped into the plastic cover, just one of those book covers. And what we're going to be doing with this is looking for these fucking timelines. So I've got some magic markers, and I'm going to start marking out the timelines. I got to get to the bottom of this timeline thing. I can't be this close to it and not go the rest of the way. Okay, and then after I get done with this, I don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm going to start on it. I went and looked on Richard's channel. I was going to play some of Richard. Hi, Richard. If you're still with me, I don't know, because it doesn't seem like you're really getting what it is I'm explaining to you. I mean, it seemed like you were going to be happy. I felt it. I felt that you were going to be happy to go with the mineral streets and talk about that shit. But then once I started getting into the moon stuff, now you seem not interested. So I don't know. Well, I'm going to still put the series in your name, and I've already got at least 100 videos up on for your series anyway, and I'll take it the rest of the way through because I got to finish some of this crap anyways. I got to figure out these timelines. And these two moons back here, these are offline, printed offline from your official moon photographs. And what we're going to do is turn them both together at the same time so I can show you reverse telescope compared to standard telescope. The imagery is the same. I'll talk about, when I get to that part of it, we'll talk more about, no, I'm not, I won't even get into it. I was going to say what people think is the backside of the moon and what NASA tells you the backside of the moon is and all that, but I'm not even going to get into it. I'll just piss myself off. So what else was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm going to skip Richard's videos and just keep playing music. All the music that I'm playing, even though these videos all say no copyright on them, you know, royalty free and all this shit, every one of these fucking videos is getting copyright strikes. So all these moon videos, but I don't care because I'm learning so much shit as I'm going along that I don't even care. Whatever happens, happens. So I'm gonna adjust some bulbs under here and do what I gotta do. Did I even turn this thing on? I did, yeah. And then we'll start going in real tight on these what I'm calling timelines. And I'm gonna start marking some of them with the markers, and it'll be a little bit boring and stuff like that. But I want you to see how I'm doing this and how I'm going about it, and all that kind of crap. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, I bought a new stand for the camera, but it's not that good. No, it doesn't even bend around like I need it to or anything. So it doesn't stay. Fucking figures. We're gonna have to modify it. Okay. So I got too much light under there. I'm gonna take some light out. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out my starting points. So let's see. Okay, the way I've been showing everybody how to start looking at the moon is by the main shadows. So let's start with that. And so I got to turn this into the plastic. Hold on a minute. I'm trying not to wrinkle the plastic because then, of course, it'll... There we go. Okay. Okay, I just want to take you through the whole process so you know exactly what I'm doing. So now I'm going to do my outline with the black marker. So I know where to sit my moon, or where, if I'm going to cut this out later. I'll probably just leave it like this so it stays cleaner. And I'll just take it out later. And I want to keep this exact moon photograph with this, obviously with this cutout, because if you change the size of the print, or if you change anything, of course it won't line up anymore. Alright, so I got the black marker, I outlined with that. Now I need to think of what I'm going to use for a starting point, and to keep everything straight. So what I decided I'm going to do, I'm going to use several different things. Right here, there's what I call a pimple. It actually ends up being a titty of a female image. It's right here. So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to make a little line like this, and I'm going to draw just the way it is. And I'll add a nipple, nice high nipple. Alright, and then over here I got this little circle. So I'm going to draw this, and then I'm going to make the same shape that one is, because this is how I'm going to identify where I am. Then another one here, which is this big dark one here. So I'm going to make the same general shape. Good enough. And that'll give me my 3 points. Once all 3 of them points are lined up, then I know that I'm straight on my lines. Okay, now the harder part. Now I can flip this thing any which way I want. And now I have to decide. I got an orange and a blue and a green, if the green is working. Let's see. It does. So I have to decide which lines I'm going to do which, because I think I'm going to just start today with only white timelines, and I don't really care where I get them from, but I got to separate these 3 locations of the timelines, right here, and then of course the Sea of Tranquility. The Sea of Tranquility, I'm not looking forward to doing those timelines, because they are a lot of them, and they go fucking all everywhere. But I gotta do it. I think I'm gonna start with the ones that stop. I should do it over the camera. I want the camera so you guys can see what it is I'm doing, but I don't want to try to do it on the camera. And I think I should get my glasses for this job too. It already feels like it's taking too long already, and I haven't even started. So what I'm thinking is that the ones coming out of the Sea of Tranquility, to me, seem like they're going to end up being seconds, minutes, if the false creator even counts them, and in hours of the day, and then the other one's going to do days, and then another one's going to end up doing months and years, or or maybe just the ones coming out of here maybe do all the way up to days, weeks, and months, and then anything after that gets into the other two might do years and then centuries. I don't know. We're gonna find out though. Just guessing. I mean, it just kind of makes sense in a way. The ones coming out of the Sea of Tranquility, because the moon goes around us in a 24-hour period, and actually it doesn't. That's one of the things that it's surprising that nobody ever looks. We have a moon out right now today, especially around the solstice, and things really get crazy and no one even questions it. It does not work on the geocentric model or the heliocentric model. Neither of them. It doesn't work. If we went by those true models and really everyone paid attention, it would be obvious. I mean, I've been going out for years telling people about this shit, and they just don't care. Nobody gives a shit. They don't pay attention. Even when you point it out to them, they don't pay attention. For example, today's moon. Probably about a 3/4, little less than a 3/4 moon. And it's been doing the same thing for the last few days, just to let you know, too. Today's not an exception. But it's been coming up. I've been seeing it. I'm trying to think what time it was when I seen it this morning. This morning, I think it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I've seen it in my hard east at 8 o'clock, at 8 a.m. Here we are now at 9 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, I think. So around 9 o'clock at night, and this fucking thing, if I go out and look right now, I bet you it's in my 11, 12 o'clock position. It's in my lunar 11. Oh, not even. It's about in my 9 o'clock fucking position. 9, 10 o'clock, let's see. 10, 11, 12. It's between 9 and 10 o'clock position right now. It's not even near lunar noon. It's unbelievable the way this is going to happen. It is normal. I'm not even going to fucking freak out about it. I used to, but I'm not going to, because, you know what? It's pretty typical. Alright, I'm going to start with these, because they're shorter. So right here. I want to start with these only because they're easier, they're shorter, and I want you to be able to see them better, so hold on. I'm trying to figure out how I can get you to be able to see them better in the camera. There we go, maybe that'll help a little. And make sure I can see them. Oh man, I love working the lights and shadows now with the lights. It's just so awesome. It's really good. It just feels so good because, I mean, I have to bust my balls in order to be able to get anyone to see it. Now, I think this is going to make a difference. I think that now this might make it a lot easier for everyone to see. By pushing the shadows around with the lights instead of pushing the lights around with the shadows, maybe it'll give everybody a better perspective of what is all around us. Even when I'm doing the stones, when I get back into doing the rocks, the boulders and the stones and stuff, because I'm watching a video back and I'm like, they might not see it, they might not get it. So I'm going to have to move some lights and shadows around again and do some different shit on the rocks and stones so you see it. I know I'm not doing nothing yet because I'm smoking and I'm thinking and I'm looking around and I don't want to rush things. I know it's a little boring. I don't have any good music to play or anything. This might be good music. I don't know. I don't speak Tagalog. See, these big time lines, I'm not even going to do them yet. The ones I've been cropping, I'm not even going to do those yet. I just want to get the lines established that I can see the white lines that are coming out of the Sea of Tranquility in these other two places. I'll show you why in a minute once I get going here. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I'm going to do those ones in red, I think. Or should I do them in green? Now I'll do them in green, blue for the small ones, and then the long ones, the other ones I'll do different color. This is probably not the best moon photo to do this with either, because I can't. Wow, there are a lot of them, but they do stop short, so and I can see them. I just got to concentrate. So I'm going to go in reverse, and I'm also trying to decide. Oh, come on, don't tell me that the marker's not going to work on plastic. Nope, it's not, motherfucker. Let me see. You fucker. Oh, here we go. But do I want to do them in black? I wonder why the other one. Oh, because it's not a, it's alright. I'll do it. I'll take it. They're not Sharpies, that's probably why. Here's a squiggly one. Other one. I think I'm just going to do it on paper. I'm just going to do it on the fucking moon because this is a pain in the balls trying to do this on plastic. Every time I turn the plastic, it moves around. Or I cut the plastic and there's these ones that are all the way through.
Kapag naalala ko ang mga araw na magkasama tayong dalawa, ngiti at tuwa sa aking mga mata. Ganun na pala tayo dati kasaya. Yung tipong kapag tayo nagkatitigan, mangingitian para bang nahihibang. Mag-iingay kahit sobrang tahimik ang kapaligiran. Kahit may nagre-reklamo na'y wala tayong pakialam. Panahon nandun ka pa, laging pumupunta. Di naasahan may sorpresa ka laging dala. Ang saya-saya, ayoko lang pahalata. Kasi pinanamag na kung basta makasama ka.
Let's do this. I want to see what these ones are going to separate. Wish it wasn't, I guess it's no big deal. I just went off a little bit. Went off again. Because I had to sit down, my back was fucking hurting. So I sat down. Then there's another one right next to it. And then see, these are the white ones. I'm doing the white ones in black. Because there are the black ones in between. There's this one. Oops. There's this one that rides right with it. I don't know how far up it goes. You can't see the stuff. Oh, it's still going. so it's dividing him. This is the one that breaks him in half. This is the one that breaks my guy right in half. Pretty sure, hold on. Yep. Yep. Okay, and this is the other one that I was hot on all week. And this one, I was using the bendy, but actually, I don't need the bendy, because look. So, I was using the bendy and going around like this, and with the cropping tool. But it doesn't have to, because the line goes this way. The line goes that way, and then I go off of it. I'm going to stop there because I don't know if I went off it or not. And this, do this outside timeline too, because I did it backwards the other day. Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Because the other day I did it backwards. I came the other way. It started at the pimple, and then we know where the pimple is. I called it a titty today. And it started at the titty. And did it go this way or that way? Let's see. Because I noticed something when I was doing this. Oh, it did. It went this way. So it goes this way. Okay. Oh, I bet you that one's going to go all the way around. Because here's what I noticed when I was doing that. When I went the wrong way, I came down to this point here. See this little dark area here? They're all images, but there's this dark area here, and then there's that dark area there. So the other day I was using, whoever's video I was using a standard telescope, or vice versa. And this one's a reverse telescope, or vice versa. But the point being is that when I used that little black area, what I noticed was this. I used this one. I said, oh shit, I went the wrong way, because I was doing a video on it, and I watched the video back. And what I noticed was this timeline seems to go right off. Let's see, right here. It does. It does. It goes right off. And then it stops, and it picks back up over on this side. There's this fucking starting point or something here going on. Watch, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do this one. This is fucking crazy, man. Get this thing back up there. Can't see shit. Come on. Alright, there we go. I gotta stand up to do it, because otherwise, fuck. Come on, give me my... I'm gonna get fucking electrocuted too. All this shit. I want a clear shot of the line. Hold on a minute. Oh, you know what? Looking in the camera is fucking stupid. I can see it plain as day on paper, so I'm just gonna do it on paper. Over the camera, I mean. I'll try to keep... What was happening was I didn't notice, but the camera wasn't aimed at what I was doing. And then every time I go back to the camera, the camera's not even pointed at what I'm doing, so then I started doing it in the camera. Let's just try to do it this way. Actually, my shadows get in there and I can't even see. Let's do this. Maybe that'll be it.
Kaya salamat sa pag-ibig mo. Ibig mo lagi kang nasa puso't isip ko. Isip ko at inaamin ko na namimiss kita. Na namimiss kita. Sa kilig ka pa rin ang baby ko. Baby ko kahit wala ka na sa piling ko. Piling ko pa akong ipagdarasal pa rin kita. Ipagdarasal pa rin kita. Hey, damn baby, ngayon lang ako nagkakita ng katulad mo. You got me crazy, kahit sinong lalaki mababaliw sa'yo. Ano nandyan ka ba? Laging pumupunta, din lang saan may surprise sa
You fucking whore, man, fucker.
Ayoko lang pahalata. kasi okay na naman ako basta magkasama ka. Bakit ba kung kailan ka inaisip na bitawan? Ikaw yung paraiso, di ba?
There's another one. I just want to see if I went off of it. There's one here too, but I don't think this is the one I want. I keep going with it. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. I want the next one in. I think. It looks like it's it though. Can't see the next. I can't see the next one that clear. Hold on. I'm pretty sure there's another one out here. I don't think I was this close to. Oh, that's why. All right. This is the one. I just went off a little right here. Right here. That's it. That's it. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. That's from the moon of that night. So, is that one? Okay. And then, this is Bucky, man. This is like a starting point. Alright, I don't want to jump out on that one, so I'm going to end it right there, because that's, otherwise I'd have to go this way. Should I just do it? Should I keep following it? I should, because look, I see it. I see it. Hold on. Yeah, I can see it. Hold on. It goes this way. This one? Or is it this one? Shit. I think it's this one. I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, because this one, it should be the one that goes this way. This one goes this way. And then this one also seems to, it turns back this way, but I don't see it. There's another stopping point there. This is something. This is something. I can barely see this one, and this one has a stopping point right here. So I started going off on that one. So that's that one. Alright, let's leave that alone for a minute. I'll probably do a couple more of these short ones over here. And then I can also... I'm curious about these ones. These crossing ones. And then I could probably do these. Starts here. I gotta stay on that line this time. Okay, sure, that's gonna be a tough one to stay on. Maybe not. Seems to go this way. Is that the one? I think that's the right one. I could see another one in there, but it's so small I don't think I could even stay on the line. It starts right there. No, a little further. Okay. And you got these cross ones. I gotta get a darker moon photograph too. I'm sure that would help. Cross ones. Because there's a lot more timelines in here, but I have to have a starting point. And I'm missing a lot of them because of this moon photo, I think. Wow, there are so many of them. Holy shit. What happened? What happened?
Kaya sa kanya na lang magpadala para sa agos ng dagat ang nakahiga. Huwag kang mag-aalala, baby, mamimiss kita. Mahal mo man sa aking tabi, magpaalam ng bibig sa bibig. Balak kong hihintayin ng malimang pagpabalik. Dalawang buwan ang pagkalayo natin, baby, mag-ingat ka dyan sa atin.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this again with another photo. I'm gonna use the official NASA photo because this is starting to piss me off. The ink is too light in this one. Hold on a minute. Oh no, I can't because it was set up for the. Oh, this is set up for the fucking clock. I got the hole in it, so I'll put this on the clock. Oh, that'll be a fun video to do. You know what? Oh, I'm gonna print them some new moon photos. I've got this one, I guess I could use. This one. Let's see how good it is.
Siguro na napapaisip ka, ba't ako nangangamusta? Ilang araw ka na naroon sa panaginip ko na lang ako baka saan ka mapunta. Pero mukhang ayos ka na nakakalahin ka. Ilang naman namin pa ba? Dapat para papagkapang magalala.
See, when the printer starts running out of ink, I usually let it run because what that does is takes away a lot of the collage because there's so much detail in the moon. So, you know, that's why looking at this and looking at this is such a big difference. This is overwhelming to the eyes unless I'm cropping them and giving them to you one image at a time. Otherwise, it's hugely overwhelming. That's the nice thing about cropping with the lights. And I used to do the same thing with the printer. These are old ones that I had laying around. But that's what I used to do with it. I'd keep printing them. So the first 5 or 6 runoffs, you know, would look like this. Nice, but there's a lot of texture in there. There's a lot of detail in there, you know. So then you run them off to the end, and then at the end it starts running out of ink, and all these large, full images are cropped out for you in a sense. You have to go in deep for the lines. I have to go in real deep to pull out the timelines and shit like that. Where on this one, the timelines are prevalent, but I didn't want to. First of all, I can't stick these in plastic because I have them set up to be on the clock. But I also noticed that I have this one set up to be on the clock, which I forgot I had done that. So that's actually a fun thing to do. So I should probably take. Yeah, it's a little bit different of a size, but who cares? Alright, so I don't waste the rest of this video. Let me see if I can do this. I'll line both of these up. So do it like this. I got a problem with that. Hold on a minute. Okay, what I'm going to be showing you in this video, the rest of this one and then the next one, I only can do 2 more for the day anyway, is we got 2 moons photographs. One is reverse telescope, one is standard telescope, and I'm running them side by side to show you the imagery is the same in both, and in every moon photograph that you can download, it's always going to be the same. Anybody out there that's listening to anything I'm showing you here, or looking at anything I'm showing you, do the same thing. Do the same thing that I'm doing. And you'll be able to see it much more clear than I'm able to show you in videos for many reasons. Number one, I'm on shitty equipment. Number two, YouTube fights me all the way, so therefore I would say that some videos, they start distorting them within hours of them being up. I'll watch them once and they'll look pretty decent, and I'll say, okay, anybody that comes to this video will be able to see what I'm showing them. And then a week or two later or something like that, I just happen to be watching it. Sometimes it's just a matter of hours later, 6 hours, 8 hours later, and I'm saying, wait a minute, I watched this video when I uploaded it and it looked pretty good. Candace Owens series, when I went back and looked at a lot of the moon videos I did, they all have checker patterns and shit, and it's not pixels. They're not pixels. There's something else going on with the videos. I don't know, maybe it was my camera, but I remember watching those videos when I first uploaded them and they looked good. And then all of a sudden now they look like shit. So, sorry to be so boring about these videos, but it is important. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm keeping, you can see from Polaris and both moons to the middle. I'm keeping the camera in there, at least for these videos. I'll come out later at another time. And I'm doing slow turning, just like on the clock, just like when I had it on the clock timer. And I'm going to try to keep my hands out of there when I'm doing it and everything like that. I'm also adjusting my glare and messing around with my glare and everything, ouch, and shit like that. And I'm moving it around to a place where I don't really care if I lose visual on some of the images. I just want to be able to make the imagery better for you so you can see it more clearly. So I'll be moving this around back and forth. Moving it from the top to the bottom, whatever I can do. Okay. And then you'll notice I'm keeping both sides pretty much lined up. Mark for mark, but the imagery is what we're looking at here. And if I can get my camera shit here going good. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trading out the blue light for the red light and putting more blue down in there than red.
Social media, nakakaakit siya, kaya sa kanya na lang nagpadala. Para sa gustong dagat ang nakahiga, huwag kang mag-aalala, eh di mamimiss kita. Mahal naman sa aking tabi, nagpaalam ng bibig sa bibig. Balak kong hihintayin ng muli mong pagbabalik. Dalawang buwan ang pagkalaya natin, baby mag-ingat ka dyan sa atin. Sa aking balik, yakap at halik, eh babawiin natin. Huwag ka nang mag-aalala pa. Alam naman talaga na kailangan ka. Katulad mo'y matagal kong hinahanap ka. Gusto kong makita yan, gusto kong makita isang lalaking Pilipina yan. Diyan ka na naman, di ko maiwasan tumingin sa'yo.
I have to give you a minute or so for looking, because when things are in the opposite direction, a lot of times it takes your eyes a minute or so to connect it with the other side. Especially if I'm off just a little bit, which I think I am right there. I gotta be down a little bit more.
Lamang nila ay maskara mo sa gabi at kita ka mo sa umaga. Kung ka sa likod ng kolorete, maghinangang mahulugan sa salitang para
Fucking awesome, man. Also, I can tell you too that the guy who was doing the photo on the left was more zoomed in a little bit more than the guy on the right. Just a tiny bit, not much. Size for size, image for image. There's a way of doing that. I used to do it. if you take two moon photographs from somebody, one reverse, one standard telescope, one reverse telescope, one standard telescope, and you take them and you put them back to back, and you can line them up. You line them up and you look at the light through them, and you'll see that line for fucking line. It's unbelievable. And you see how much texture and how much, I mean, it's amazing that the printer can even keep up with all of it, really. It's pretty incredible shit. And then what's also incredible is that the lights and shadows, I'm going to do a little turn while I'm talking. The lights and shadows, the lights and shadows, the direction of the lights going over this ink. That's what it is. It's no, when I call it texture, it's not like it's like rocks and dirt and shit like that. It's just a paper and ink. But yet, when you change you can see what I'm doing with the lights. I mean, you can see how I'm moving the lights around and all the shit that can happen with it. Working your lights and shadows. I don't feel like I'm exactly centered. I feel like I gotta be over this way. Sort of right there. Excuse me.
And I am June Sisa. And this is our mashup cover of Much Better, Dalaga at Pauwi Na Ako. Sana po magustuhan ninyo. Kung hindi mo rin ako sasagutin, pwede bang sa inyo wag mo na akong papuntahin? Kung sistema natin ay ganun pa din, at least alam ko na kung anong dapat kong gawin. Para hindi na ako magbiyahe, sayang pamasahe, pati ang tsokolate sa'yo. Sa dami-dami mong sinabi, mahabang pa sa kalye, aasa lang pala ko sa'yo. Kaya sana di na lang nagsulat ng love letter sa'yo. Mag-aantay na lang, makakahanap din ng much better kaysa sa'yo. May nakita kong isang babae, di ko malimutan ang kanyang imahe. Ano ba ang iyong pangalan noong nakita kita? Ako'y di mapakali, gustong mahawakan ng iyong mga kamay. Hanggang ngayon hindi mapalagay, sana ikaw ay makasabay. At nang malaman ko ang pangalan mo, at nang ikaw ay makilala, hinahanap at gusto kong makita, gusto kong makita. Baby, pauwi na ako. Ako'y pauwi na. Baby, pauwi na ako. Miss na kita. Baby, pauwi na ako. Ako'y pauwi na. Hindi ka na malulungkot. Malapit na ako, baby, pauwi na ako. Ayoko makita sa mga mata mo na nalulungkot ka, kaya gumawa na ako ng paraan upang mapawi ang kalungkutan. Kasi naman lagi kang nagkakaganyan. Ayoko naman na ikaw ay masaktan. Ramdam ko ang pakiramdam na nahihirapan, kaya naman ayoko nang iparamdam sa'yo. Malapit na ako, konting oras na lang ay magsasama na tayo. Malapit na ako, dyan sa tabi mo. Konting tiis na lang, mahal, mawawala na ang iyong. Miss na